for yet, or even guys from last year, you know, still second-year players that they still haven't gotten those scans for. We've gotten no player likeness updates yet this year, and it just seems kind of odd. It's something they have done consistently every year for the past, I don't know how many years, right? They've done, you know, 3, 4, 5 player likeness updates every year, different batches. They might do 10 players in one update, and a few months later they got 20 players. But it's something we've grown accustomed to, and something they've said that they're going to continue to do every year. We've still not seen none of that for Madden 21, so I would expect soon that we have to have a batch of player likeness updates coming. It just wouldn't make sense to go the whole year and not do it. And the third one here is another really big one, because this, over everything else on the list, is something that they have been just trying to nail home for the last 2 years. And coming into this year, they really made a huge pitch to this, when selling the game, look, this is one of the things that we are going to be updating like crazy this year, and that is the playbooks. Adding in new plays that teams are running in real life, new formations that they're running, or just adding in things that are, they might not be new to this year, but
want to go to Wilkinsburg for pizza.
Year or two, and they still have not been
shut the hell up.
Especially with teams that have new coaches and things are changing, they're doing different things. Last year they did a few updates. They were minimal. There was a couple places that had
not here.
content, but the majority of them
You go to Wilkinsburg for pizza. You go. Go get some. Go get some. Fucking Fiore.
This year, coming in this year, they said that they are planning to, double what they did last year. Playbook updates. They said, last year we were able to do a few things, but this year, this is the year we're going to do a playbook update. You're going to see a lot of playbook content coming to the game. And for them, they were almost using that as using Madden as a live service. It's kind of like a new thing. A lot of games
I know it's called Evidence or something.
Because we know a lot of times when Madden comes out, there's not a whole lot new to it. It's like a lot of people say, oh, it's a roster update, it's copy paste. You did a few things here and there, but you didn't really add anything big. Well, now EA has really begun selling the game as hey, there might not be a ton of new stuff at launch, but hey, we got playbooks, we got this.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is here. Today, it's a NFC West battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
It's 51 West Liberty. Off the ramp.
They'll come out with a three-tight look at the first play of the drive. To throw, it's Murray. The slant complete to Hopkins. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, we've got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
You don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with first and 20. Out of the gun, here's Murray. They're looking for Coke, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by the 41. And the return here is this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Back to throw, Goff. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to take this one in for the Rams touchdown. Van Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, Cardinals 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch a single for and take it.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now Murray. Hopkins on the grab. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Cardinal first down.
People at the charter school are telling me she is registered as a Pittsburgh public school student. Okay, but they don't have her
Murray again, this is great.
home access, password, username.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
Okay. When is the deadline is close, right? Okay.
To throw is Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins.
Yeah, so they'll call me back. I called the helpline.
They
don't answer.
Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
Arizona.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots.
She's a dancer.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2.
She does a lot of shows
and 1.
all over the city and stuff like that.
And it's third down.
No, but we can work on it. I need to read into that.
Murray keeps it himself. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for fourth down. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Murray on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
So the letter of recommendation, is there a specific type
to the 35 now as
people it should come
on
from?
First and 10. Running, it's Drake. Nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a third down. Back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Here's Murray. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. With the score, 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Okay.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He's going to find his running back.
Okay, and it's on them to save you
3
guys.
yards to gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this. Because she's a dancer,
looking to throw again on second down.
who do you think
He's going to get
should
this
be
one out
sending
to his
a letter of
fullback?
recommendation?
It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big
Well,
fella
her
slide
sister
out
is an
and catch the ball.
instructor.
Not something they
Her sister
usually
is
go
an
over in
instructor.
practice
Her
very
sister
often.
is an instructor, and so that's why her sister is the instructor of the dance school.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled
and she's also led
Give
some
him 2
classes
yards
that
there as they're
included
set up
some of
now
her
with a
school
1st and
faculty.
goal.
So maybe somebody at the school? Is that okay? Okay.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's Brown. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now it's Brown. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. from the gun. Murray will look underneath and finds Brown. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back. He was able to make the play and stop it short of the goal line.
They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. From the end zone, gone. And find Everett there, complete. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To throw is gone. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd and 10, gone. And this one is incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Goff. And over it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's the first catch of the game for Cup, and he's got a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. They're going for Jefferson. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this deep on Arizona's side of the field. It's a gain of 35.
And that was a high degree of difficulty on that one, but to me, it goes back to fundamentals and determination. High point the football and declare it yours.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To the air again. Gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Buda Baker there on the coverage.
Throwing again is gone. This one caught right around the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. It's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Rams 14, Cardinals nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Rams 21, Cardinals nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Arizona.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now from Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Murray flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Murray got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, that's complete to Edmonds, his running back. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
And the Cardinal 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray going deep for Hopkins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Oh, what a juke into space. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The final shot before break here. Golf.
Oh, man.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Fielded in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
7-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. They're going from Jefferson downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Rifles one that's intercepted. Baker with a pick. His guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First down, Arizona.
Murray now to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll run with Drake. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it here with Brown. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means fourth down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter. As he'll go for it on fourth down. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Got man open, it's Tyler Higbee. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's
is it more than like 3 units or something like that? Or a commercial building?
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Right side complete, that's Woods. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter.
Did they issue a permit?
Back to haunt him. We'll be back.
You have an issue permit. I would just...
So
they told you to stop working?
Isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And that is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They
Yep, just submit it to them and start working.
And because they did
I'm Greenfield
that
now.
allows the coach to still stay aggressive.
I'm Greenfield
and
now.
maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
Yep, I've been off the past couple days.
When you
So
know
I
you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Yeah, yes. For sure.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's
yeah, you can submit it.
You
can attach it to your permit.
Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Just about
email it, attach it to your permit also.
First before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Malcolm Brown with the ball.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Murray now on 1st down. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain.
Just some towels, like...
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray over the middle here to Brown. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
Complete to Max.
A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get us.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season? Because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. This one brought in by Jefferson. 20, 10, touchdown, LA! Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time? That maybe they're seeking some revenge, or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Showing him things different than what he expected. For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Now Goff. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play. First down.
LA Rams.
Back to throw. Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do. But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The gun is ripping. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 48 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Rippon looks to throw it again. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Simpson Abuka. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Rippon. And that will be incomplete. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. 30. Past the 20. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. The run on 1st down gets him a couple up to the 27.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It's a gain of...
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. To rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect.
Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
First and 10 at the
throwing now. Goff. Well, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Well, and it's picked. And that will be a finish to this ball game. So the LA Rams with a victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away.